Alright, what's going on everybody? It's Naz Fight Media coming at you with yet another video. You guys know what time it is. Time to bring on that boxing. Today we're going to be talking about David Benavidez and Caleb Plant. Obviously these guys have a lot of history, but the WBC has officially ordered this fight to, take place where, David Benavidez and Caleb Plant, they're going to get it on. I think this is a fight that has to happen. I don't think it's at the level of a Terrence Crawford and Earl Spence, so I think that now is the best time to make the fight happen. Caleb Plant's obviously coming off that fight against, the devastating knockout win over Anthony Dirrell. There was a lot of controversy over, the celebration that he did afterwards, but I think that, it just comes along with the territory. It's the hurt business. These guys aren't here to play around, all that talking that they do, it comes down to that one moment, and it was, Caleb Plant who was the better man that night. As far as a fight with David Benavidez, ooh, this is a tough one just because David Benavidez is a monster. He's such a big dude. Physically, Caleb Plant's already a big guy, and then you have, this monster who's even rangier, who, he's just a tall guy. It's hard to fight a tall guy. Imagine he uses his height, leans on you, lands big shots. I don't see Caleb Plant hanging in with him for that long. I know how slick Caleb Plant is. I think that's his best shot, though. He's going to have to try to survive all 12 rounds and box on the outside, frustrate David, make him miss. Don't stand right in front of him, because when he throws those fast combinations, one of them, when they land, it causes problems. We've seen it in the past. Caleb Plant, he's been hurt. He's been stopped by Canelo. But he's also had many good fights. He stopped Anthony Dirrell. It's not easy to do, but he was aging. For sure, but like David Benavidez said, he didn't expect Caleb to pull out the knockout, but he did. I didn't expect him to pull off the knockout, but he did. Caleb, you can't underestimate him for sure. And even taking that into account, I still lean towards David Benavidez just because of the height advantage, and I think that the power punching and the hand speed in terms of letting your hands go, I think favors David Benavidez. I think that even if Caleb Plant loses this fight, it doesn't hurt his reputation. You lost to David Benavidez. You lost to the champion. There's no shame in that. But it's just difficult to get another title shot, especially because he wants that rematch with Canelo. He's been very verbal about it. He wants to avenge that loss, his only loss, and I understand it. Maybe he still gets it even without, without beating David. I'm not saying he can't beat David. It's just me personally. I lean toward David Benavidez in the fight. Yeah, I think it's going to come down to preparation. David's not. He's just a difficult guy to fight. How do you physically get on the inside? How do you fight a guy on the outside who's like probably longer than you, he's taller than you, punching up at an angle takes away your power. It's just I know Caleb Plant has power. He obviously displayed that against Ant Dirrell, but it's just a different fighter. It's a different beast. I think that, he's going to have to get David comfortable and then land something big, I guess. He could potentially hurt David with. But I see it more, David hurting Caleb. The volume punching from David just being a problem. Punishing Caleb Plant. Yeah, I don't see how Caleb could pull it off besides, going the 12 rounds and frustrating David. He's going to have to use his feet a lot. The conditioning's gonna have to be, off the charts. Obviously, he has Coach Larry Wade with him, but I don't know what happens in terms of, it really depends on the game plan. If David's game plan is to go in there careless, then I think Caleb has definitely has a shot, as opposed to David being patient, setting something up where it's gonna be hard for Caleb to keep David off of him, and then Caleb, he's gonna have to go in there with, the intention of lasting all 12 rounds, but boxing on the outside, being quick, being able to move laterally, and just pop shot. Don't engage, don't get into the pocket for, more than a second, because we know how David Benavidez fights. He comes to hurt you, and it's not a situation of, whether or not you're a talented fighter, because there's no doubt that Caleb Plant isn't talented. We know who he is. We've seen what he's done. We know he's a great fighter, but it's just David Benavidez is a physically bigger guy. So I always say that the physically bigger man always beats the smaller boxer. It's just hard to beat. It's hard to beat. And I like Caleb. I'm a Caleb Plant fan. but it's just going to be hard to beat David Benavidez in this scenario. I think I just have to rock with David Benavidez by 10th round stoppage, similar to what Canelo did, but maybe in a little bit more punishing manner. I think he bloodies up Caleb Plant respectfully. This is just my opinion. I have all the love and support for Caleb Plant, big fan of his. But this is just my prediction. But let me know in the comments what you guys think. Who wins this fight, Caleb Plant or do you have David Benavidez? Let me know. Comment the round, your prediction. Is it a knockout decision? Let me know. But that's gonna wrap it up for this video. Let me know who you guys think has that fight. I think it's an interesting one. Thank God it's ordered, because that's gonna be a great fan for the fight. Great fan friendly fight. So like, I think everybody's gonna tune into that fight. Make sure you guys tune in if it does get done. Hopefully it is a done deal. They're saying it is. Or at least is in the final stages of negotiations. We don't really know. Hopefully we'll see these conferences get on the way, and man, I gotta go with David, man. But it's a tough one, but let me know. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll catch you guys later. See ya. Well, that's gonna do it for another NASFight Media video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you guys for the constant support. Salute to you always.